Where are we going today?
Jumps.
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 What are we doing today?
Going to the jumps.
That's right, people, we're off to our local trails where it's myself, my friends and all the local lads that are responsible for all the digging, maintenance and general running of this trail spot as we show you how we've been building a bike park. So as lockdown restrictions come to an end, it's all hands on deck as we start preparing our trails for the summer. Now before you ask, this is a local project and as such the area can't really withstand extra traffic. So before you ask, no, we're not going to give away the location, and if you do know it, please don't be that person and put it in the comments because your comments will be deleted. Now that's out of the way, let's get into it. So the plan for today was, we told the local lads that the most popular part of the park was going to be closed for a little while whilst we did some repairs and some maintenance. We rocked up about 9:30 in the morning and we were absolutely blown away. We have got such a great bunch of kids at this local spot, it's unbelievable. We've got kids and boys and girls from age 11 years old upwards to sort of around 14, 15, and then obviously there's all the old farts like myself into their 40s and 30s and stuff like that. But all the young lads, I can't praise them enough, because when we said we're going to be closing the most popular part of the park, they didn't just go, okay, we'll go and ride somewhere else then. They all just downed their bikes, picked up the tools and said, well, let's all crack on. We got there at 9:30 in the morning and everyone was there ready to go, and well, you just can't fault that, can you?
Don't know.
Mate,
What's saying?
I looked at the reviews, yeah.
What's the plan, Alfie?
Do some digging.
Here we are, big step up. Let's try and explain what's going on. We've got the crew. We've got Louis at the top there with his crew. We've got crew down here. This is the little step up on the left hand side here. This is the big step up, obviously, because one's little, one's big. Very simple. What you can see is down in this hole, what happens is all this gets sludgy. So obviously there's a bit of a pond there. When it rains, when the water level comes up, all this gets sludgy. So over the years, what's happened is, as it's got sludgy, kids being kids, we're all the same once, impatient, we don't want to wait for dry out, so we turn up, want to ride, and the kids tend to like scrape out the sludge, and what that does is brings it down. This is actually, you can see here, it's like the original level. So what's happened is, over the years, as this has gone down, it's made the transition to the big step up a lot worse. So what we've ended up with, I don't know if we can sort of show this on the camera, end up with is this long step up like that. So what's happening is, people are coming down, drop it in, nice compression, and then as what they used to come up, and they've got this massive long transition, so you've almost got like a vert wall by the time you get to the end of it. So instead of popping out, you're almost sort of like, that's the point where you want to pop out. So everyone then descends it, it goes super high, and the landing's gone further and further back. Originally the landing was a lot closer. The whole point of a step up is it's a really easy trick jump, or just a really easy jump to get your confidence on. So as you get to the top, just as you lift out, as you get to the top, you're landing right at the top of the arc. So if you bail, or if you go wrong, or if you're trying a new trick, you're not actually falling that far, you're just popping up and landing on top of that trick jump. And then obviously if you're good and as you get better, you learn to boost and pop and then get air out the jump and then land into the landing. So today's job, we're going to raise all this up, raising all that up. We're going to reshape and resurface the takeoffs, bring the landings up and sort it all out. So let's do it.
So as you can see, we're filling in that big gully that's been worn away and just dug out over the years by all the riding. The last time I think we touched this step up was probably about 3 or 4 years ago, so that's a lot of wear and tear, and the whole thing sunken down. Now as you can see, there's water there on the right hand side. That's part of this pond. Now in the summer that does dry out quite a lot, but obviously if we do get a downpour, if we do get a wet summer or a patch of a lot of rain over the weeks, that soon fills up and it can flood that entire area. So by lifting this whole level up, we're going to help with the water displacement. We're also going to add drainage that you'll see later on. But the main thing that we've got to do here is, because we're raising it up so far, I think it's at least 600 millimeters that we're raising it up, so about 2 foot. That means there's going to be a lot of air in the soil, so if we don't pack that down good and proper, that's going to sink straight away as soon as we start riding it and basically undo all the work that we've done. And the easiest way we've found to pack this down, you can use shovels, you can use whackers and stuff like that, but simply the easiest way is to get a load of you and stamp it in, which makes for a pretty funky time lapse. Anyway, that was a little bit of fun, so we get back to work. But before we do, here's a little reminder. If you're looking for new places to go ride, check out our playlist of our trail guides. I've made loads of these videos now, and this year the list of new places to go is absolutely massive. With a new video uploaded every Friday, subscribe now so you don't miss out a thing. There's also playlists of reviews, tips and more. Right, with that out of the way, let's get back to the work. So we're building everything up now, and we're starting to bring all the faces and the actual lips and the takeoff of the jumps together. This can actually be quite tricky if you're not careful and you're not sort of constantly monitoring what you do, checking the landings, checking the takeoff. You can soon lose track of whereabouts you put in that lip or put in that first part of the jump, and it can soon start pointing in the wrong direction or go out of shape, which is what we kind of found a little bit here, and we had to add some more dirt and bring it round a bit.
Just gonna fill all of it in. All the face.
Yeah, just bring it up. We need to bring it up, so just like that.
Yeah, do you want us to fill this side in here?
Yeah. Plenty of dirt on it, full width. Do it properly, whack it all in.
You know what it reminds me of?
See your hole there you've dug? Start to spread it out a bit so it's not a sudden hole, so then we can grade it in then. So obviously if anybody like fucks up coming down, they're not going into a pit of death. Plus also it'll be easier for gold, just if you start taking the top off, it'll be easier for gold. Because as the further you go down, the rockier it'll get and it'll start to get shittier. There's like a layer which is perfect, you usually find.
Now, you might have heard me mention digging for gold there, or even heard me mention it before, so it's probably a good point to explain what we mean by that. All trails, when you're digging, this is a great tip for anybody that's digging. When you're digging trails, that first layer of kind of mulch and debris is all just the most recent broken down dirt. It's all the leaves, twigs, sticks, so it's not great for packing in. It's certainly not great for shaping jumps or berms out of. So often you'll find that you want to dig down a bit further and get to the nicer soil that's finer and got less rocks in it, and just generally better for shaping. Now also here at our trails, we've got like a very sandstone based sort of rock and geology underneath the ground. So what we find is we dig down and we sort of get to a point, and it's very much like mining. You get to a layer where there's this perfect point, and that perfect point just happens to be a really sandy golden colour. So we've obviously just said dig for gold, and it's just become a term that we use, and all the lads know that when we build jumps, when we face them and we shape them, we always use that gold to shape it with.
So it's 2:15 now, everyone's having a bit of lunch and stuff, but we've done the little step up, filled it in, and now we're on to shaping it. So Craig's raking all them stones out which we use for soak away. That gives Alfie that really fine stuff so we can shape that to take off. And the lads are just digging a bit more of a drainage ditch. You ain't got to go too mad with that because we don't really want to like send loads of water down there. It's just to give it a bit of a channel.
Yeah, about as deep as it.
That's fine, yeah.
So as we mentioned there, we're getting rid of all of the stones because with a feature like this, we've got to make it as smooth as possible. And one of the best ways to do that is to use a sieve and get rid of all the rocks. And the great thing about using this method is it kills two birds with one stone, because we can use all those rocks that we're sifting out to put into the drainage channel for the soak away. So we're now moving into the final stages as we're raking and brushing in the takeoffs. We've had a few problems with the transitions because the dirt that we sieved got a little bit too fine, and it's quite windy today, and it seemed to have dried it out, and it was making it really hard to get it to stick and packed into the takeoff. So we've had to add some water and then find some other dirt from a different spot. We've got Wardy here with the roller sorting in that run in. A massive shout out to Wardy. He's been working all day with a broken wrist. He's supposed to be resting, but somehow he's still managed to graft, even only using one hand mainly. Another special mention has to go out to Tom, who did an outstanding job on the little step up and got it buttered up looking really nice.
6:15. We are starting to run out of daylight. A couple of lads have got lights with them, so they're going to go in into the night, because it's just important we try and get this done in one hit. Get it all whacked in, get it all shaped up. So little step up, that is proper porn. Let's just have a video of that. That is looking really sweet. Looking really sweet. Actually looks like it goes to the left, which it kind of does, but we'll flatten this edge out and open this up, but we've got to all feather this in. We've had a bit of a mare with the big step up. We were sieving the gold out of here. For some reason it's a lot sandier and it wasn't packed in, it wasn't sticking, the layers we're putting on were falling off. We had a bit of a mess, so this is why it's now dark, we ain't finished yet. But we found some more gold over there. We've mixed it with a bit of brown dirt, we've added some water to it, and it's now starting to get there. We've shaped it and now we're just feathering in this bottom section. We've got Tom here, we've got Alfie, the other Tom. And there we are.
And as the sun sets, the lights come out and these young lads crack on. Absolute proper grafters. So I'm going to leave as many of their links to Instagram pages, etc. in the description below. Make sure you give them a follow and show them the respect that they deserve. We're going to leave this one here, obviously, as we've run out of daylight and run out of time. We're going to be following up and doing more of these videos, showing you our progress of the bike part. There's way more to it. There's runs and jumps and all sorts of things going on. So we'll be doing those videos. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell and do all those lovely things that means you don't miss out. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and as always, take it easy and see you soon. Bye bye.
Up here.